This is easy for us. This is easy.
This is real
This is
easy.
easy.
Really
This is
easy.
a start. Okay, here we go. Welcome to our channel. Or is it a channel or is it like it's a podcast? Maybe it's a channel.
I mean, I think it's both, right?
It's both. Okay.
Both, yeah.
It's both. It's
Both.
both of them. Both of them. Both of them. Yeah. So that's basically. So this is basically a milestone for me because it's been a whole year I've been in Texas.
Damn, a whole year?
A whole year.
A 20th of the time I've been here.
A 20th of the time, but it's been a journey. Like it's really been a journey. And
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
since we met at Planet,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I didn't think I was gonna work at a gym, but I actually enjoyed working there. Like that.
Oh, really? Yeah, that's good.
That interface, that interaction, you know, meeting
Yeah.
people face to face is kind of like actually
Yeah.
very entertaining. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I bet. Now, I'm kind of curious, do you find that, you know, people are at the gym, especially a gym like Planet Fitness, which is all about like no judgment.
Mm-hmm.
Do you find that people there are like really reserved when you try and talk to them? Do you think like more so than like they might be outside of that place?
I think it's more people are still in their shell. I think what happened when people were in COVID, they never came out of like being social again.
Oh, yeah.
And so a lot of times people have a hard time interacting socially with people. And so I don't take it personal when someone ignores me, but I can see like some people just aren't really comfortable with themselves or like comfortable meeting new people. They're not. I'm just like, okay, you know, like it ain't hurting me, you know, like I always wake up. Every day I wake up, I say I choose to be in a good mood. Like I choose to have a good day. And so like nobody can take that away from me.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, like, you know, here in Texas, I think a lot of us, if we know about it, we kind of pride ourselves on our like Southern hospitality. Have you observed that at all? Have you? No. Oh, that's so sad.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy. I mean, honestly, like I'll think about it like this way. I see it as you are what you attract.
Yeah.
And so like I feel like for myself, I'm a nice person. Like I'm a genuinely good person to everyone, not just people I know.
Right.
And so for me, it's easy for me to connect with people easily. And so I connect. I see those people all the time. But I do see the haters. I do see people who are haters. And I'm not saying I'm not just going around, you know, trying to make myself seem better than anyone or if I pride myself in a certain way, but I feel like a lot of times people just don't really understand like how to communicate their emotions well. Communicate. Like I feel like it's easy for me because I've been like practicing it for so long.
Right. Yeah.
And so
it's
like,
a skill like any other.
Yeah, I feel like it's definitely a skill. But I feel like when it comes to hospitality, a lot of times I haven't really met anybody that really had that conversation to be like, yeah, this is what we do here in Texas. You know, it wasn't like really open arms for me. And I was like, because I feel like now that a lot of California people moved here, everyone is like, oh, all the California people come here and making the state horrible, you know? And so they like kind of like point the finger, so you're not from here, you know, type of thing, you know, kind of attitude, like go back to where you're from. And you know, originally I'm from Florida. Like I was born and raised in Florida. I was born and raised in Florida.
So how many places did you live then?
I lived in Florida, and then I for about 24 years, and then I moved to Texas.
Wow. So like you're probably a Florida man at heart.
I'm a Florida boy. But I feel like when I moved to LA, I was a different person. Like I became a different person. I did, and that was like 7 years of my life. And then when I moved here, I became a different person. I felt like moving here was like one of my favorite things to do because I was in transition and I felt like my mind was saying, you haven't really done anything challenging before. Do something hard, you know? You know, and so this was like very different for me. And it was an eye-opener for me because I didn't know nobody around but my mom and my sister and my grandma and stuff. And so
well, it's good at least you have your family to fall back on. Like of all the like safety nets, that's the one, you know?
Yeah, I feel that was a big wake up for me because I felt like also I didn't need to I wasn't here to make friends. You know, like this was my time to be isolated, to really focus on like what I came here for. You know, to like really like focus on what I want to do, like what my passions are,
Right.
my pastimes
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mhm.
So you've been here about a year. How do you think that's working out for you? Like, are you still trying to stay super isolated, or do you want to kind of start introducing some of that community?
Yeah.
Or how do you process that? How
I'm
do you
trying to
work
build
through
like
that?
a social circle.
Yeah.
A social circle. Like I want
Yeah.
my own social circle around people.
Mhm.
And just like pretty much, surrounded around like good people, like fun
Yeah.
people, like just want to have a good time, enjoy ourselves. Because that's why, like, me and you connected, like, because you
Yeah.
were like, I want to do a podcast.
Yeah.
And then, I kid you not, like, when you sent me that video showing me how you set up your podcast,
Yeah.
I was like blown away. I was like, dang, like,
Oh,
I thought I was
that's
sitting
sweet.
around being
Okay.
passive.
Yeah.
And you actually like went out and actually like did the whole thing, and I was just
Yeah.
like, okay, I'm amazed because nobody else has really done that. And
Mhm.
I was just like doing audio.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was just doing the audio, and so when I was just doing audio, I didn't really feel. I felt good about it. It was like my own. I was working towards it, but I never like inspired to do like the video part. Like I was just like, oh,
right.
that's how it
Yeah.
looks. Like I knew I was gonna
Yeah.
do it, but I didn't know how I was gonna do it.
Yeah. No, that's fair. Like, I'm a videographer and a photographer, really a photographer at heart.
Yeah.
And so, like, you're like, I want to do a podcast. And I'm like, oh, I can film it.
Yes.
Because, like, that's my strength. Like, I would say
Yeah.
photography
Mhm.
is my only real talent, which
Yeah.
I want to differentiate from skill. But, like, so, like, that's why I was like, oh, yeah, let me make this video for you.
Bro, that was dope. That was really dope though.
Oh,
Because you know how you think about it this way.
Mhm.
Most common people are just photos on Instagram
Yep.
and social media.
Yeah.
Like no one really posts like actual videos of them talking.
Yeah, that's true.
No one really, and if you do that, you are like an inspiration. People
Yeah.
probably envy you
Yeah.
because you like have the balls. to be
That's
like,
true.
hey, I'm gonna post my entire self
Mhm.
online, just talking
Yeah.
and making videos.
Yeah.
And so people are like really scared of that. And so like applaud to you because you took me out of my shell. I didn't know I was gonna do it, but I did it.
Oh, I
I
appreciate
did it best.
I mean, you're doing the same for me. Like, it's not a matter of like I'm here like saying, "Oh, hey, Cash, look at all like this great stuff that we could do."
Yeah, I
It's
know.
we're sitting here bouncing ideas off of each other.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Like inspired, like, cause I never like had. I have like a lot of friends. Like I have a lot of great friends.
Yeah.
But my friends have just been there for me. They haven't really
Mm.
inspired me to say, let's do this video. Let's do something, like something
Okay.
creative. Like I want to do something
Yeah.
creative because I felt like I was a creative person, and that's why I never really see myself, really working a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Because I saw myself being a more creative person.
Yeah, that
Like I
makes
had
sense.
more passions about
Right.
like things and stuff. Like one day, Bess, I'm said like I want to have like a video, like a TV show, like a not a reality show, but like a talk show.
Dude, yeah, that'd be sick.
You remember Maury? Okay, not Maury. Jerry Springer.
No,
Um,
no clue.
damn, who is Ricky Lake? Oh my gosh,
I'm
Bess.
10 years younger than you, man.
What's
I
the
don't know none of these guys.
dang? What's like reality? Okay, what's the show that people were like
Like talk.
Oprah, like a Oprah, Oprah.
I should know about Oprah. To be
You know
fair,
about
but I don't.
Oprah? She was like, you get a car, you get a car, you
Yeah,
get a
yeah,
car,
I know that.
Everybody get a car.
Yeah,
I want something like that. Like I want like a car, like just get everybody a car in the audience and have like
Mhm.
100 people and be like, yeah,
Oh,
everybody get
yeah.
a car, everybody get a car. That type of thing. That'd be
Kind of
cool.
like those like late night shows, sort of.
Oh
like-
yeah,
like that sort of thing, kind
Ooh,
of.
the Drew Carey. Was it Drew Carey?
I think that's one of them.
What's the guy's name? Think of one. What's one of them? That the late night show.
Yeah, I'm blanking on all of them right now.
Dan C. Cornell. The Cornell show? Anyways.
Man, that's like a million of them. Like, and that's where all the celebrity interviews come from, or like half of them at least.
Yeah, I'm trying to like interview like Bad Bunny. I'm trying to interview like not just like famous people, but like people that also inspired me.
Mhm.
And I think of like they don't have to be of great influence, but people who inspire me are people who like follow their dreams, who believe in themselves, like
Yeah,
have
absolutely.
confidence in themselves. Like those
Yeah.
kind of people like I look to like, wow, I'm inspired. Like I just smile ear to ear because
Yeah.
society today is like more so material things. Like what do you have that I don't have, or
Yeah.
this comparison, like things to each
Yeah,
other.
it is.
And that's one thing I learned, like to
Okay.
not have so much of love for just things, like just have love for myself and like people in general. It kind of really helped me, just really helped this transition and stuff. And so I don't really like pride myself in like having a lot of things. Like I have the same clothes I had for the last 3 years.
Oh wow, yeah.
And so like I one day I want to show my car, show you my car, or whatever. But a lot of things that I used to have, I just felt like I was just accumulating a lot of things, and it was causing me like stress.
Oh really?
Like just having like so much stuff was just like, cause you have to clean it, and I don't like stuff being dirty. You know, I just want my stuff to be minimal. Like I just need a sofa, a chair, and a table. You know, like I want myself to be like crystal clean. Like I don't need extra flowers, 10,000. You know, because I feel like I had to water the flowers, or I had to, you know, make sure like I had a lot of things in order, and it just took so much of my time. Like peace of mind. I wanted more peace of mind.
Yeah, you have so much you have to worry about. You come home from a long, hard day at work, especially because you work 10 hours.
Yeah.
And then you're like, you know, you have your like your normal chores like laundry or like dishes, stuff that like you have to get done.
Yep.
And then you have all those little extra things that like would then fill the rest of your time. And you don't have any time to decompress or to better yourself, like what we're doing right now.
Self-development.
Yeah.
Self-development.
Yeah.
Self-development. That's what one thing I didn't do that I wish I would have done a long time ago was develop myself. Because I was like living to have fun a lot, and you know I was not really taking the time to like develop myself in general. And I was like, let me really focus on like developing like Cassius. Like, what does Cassius want to accomplish? Like, what does he want to do? And so I felt like now, like I kind of know what I want to do. I want to be a life coach. I want to not just self-publish my book, but I want to like actually publish my book through a publisher. And then also I think I know I want to do more podcasting, but I want to do like, you know, with like a lot of people, you know, like a social group, like a social kind of thing. Yeah, I feel like.
Would you want like 5 or something people at the same time, or are you thinking about like one-on-one kind of stuff, or like maybe like
slowly add people to it, you know, like I don't feel like there is nothing that's too big of a group, because I feel like for me, like I've been stuck in isolation for so long that I feel like I don't really have, I can just start over at this point, you know, and just like, okay, let me get a fresh start on like what I want my circle to look like, you know.
Yeah, that's true. So excuse me. So, you know, you said that like you've been really focusing on your self-development. Yeah. And that's what you came to Texas to do.
Yeah.
So how productive would you say this past year has been in that process?
Productive, like best. Like I am kind of hard on myself, and I try to like write down things that I have accomplished. And I have gotten a lot of things done. Like, okay, working at Planet. That was a nice little move because I didn't mind starting my way from the bottom. Like I just started there as an employee, you know, and then I got.
Are you like a manager or something right now?
I'm like a weekend manager.
Oh, okay.
I'm like the Friday, Saturday manager. Yeah. But I'm the shift lead.
Oh, okay, that's cool though. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I'm the shift lead. And so like, how do you say it? Like I didn't really work for it, but my boss was like, at my old gym in Georgetown, he was like.
Was it like the other Planet Fitness, or was it a different gym?
It was, it was a different gym, Planet Fitness. And then I transferred to a different location because I felt like I needed a fresher start. I wasn't getting what I wanted accomplished in Georgetown. Like I was meeting people and all, but they were just not doing it for me. Like it wasn't in a way where they weren't like doing it for me. I wasn't doing it for myself. And I just felt like I was going back into another cycle of comfort.
Really? Yeah.
I was going through a cycle.
That is a hard cycle, because that's what our society promotes.
Of comfort and avoidance.
Yeah.
And so like I had to get out of that cycle. I was like, okay, let me move and start over again. And so I was intentional about when I moved to Round Rock location. I was like, I'm going to make friends who inspire me. Like I want to make friends who want to do the same things I want to do. And also I want to make friends who want to actually do things besides just sit around and be passive.
Yeah. I feel that. Yeah. That's why we're doing this right here.
Yeah, that's what we're doing podcasts.
Yes, sir.
Great. And I feel like this is like a great start, bro. Like I always dreamed of doing some of this, but I never really actually did it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like the kind of thing where like this sort of thing has been my dream for how old am I? 20, damn, like 10 years.
10 years.
Like
10
a long
years,
time.
yeah.
And obviously, like, you know,
Yeah.
for the first few years that you can't do much about it.
That's right.
But yeah, like, you know, I look around, I see some kids who like are just so much like, who've honed their craft. That's
Hone
it.
their craft.
Honed their craft.
Oh, how you say it? I
But-
know there's another way you can say it too. You just perfect their craft.
Yeah, or they're proficient.
Yeah,
or,
perfect their craft. Yeah.
And it's like, man, I'm sitting here thinking like, man, why aren't I better at this? Why don't I do it more? Like whatever. It's like, man, I just gotta sit down. I just gotta like,
yeah, like
you know,
do it. Like
you
or just
have
like
the power to change that sort of thing. And so I'm glad that's
just being
what we're
intentional.
doing.
Like always be intentional. Like always making like I feel like one of my biggest habits that I was able to create for myself a couple years ago was being intentional about everything I wanted to do. Like I never in my life
That's awesome.
I never really set intentions on getting anything done. I just did it. You know, and I never really set intentions on how I wanted to feel or who I wanted to be around. I just kind of let it happen. And so, like, I had to be more intentional and just asking for, you know, supportive friends or, you know, a good job or just having, like, you know, the courage to say, I want to have a good day at work. Like, I'll be saying that, I have a good day at work, whatever. And then I feel like I have a good day at work. Like, I'm not, like, dragging to get through work. Because I'd be there scrubbing them showers, cleaning them toilets, mopping that floor. Like, I'd be cleaning that gym up. Like, I'd be on it, dusting the machines. Like, bro, I'd be moving. I'd be moving at Planet Fitness. So I always, like, just set intention on having a good day, you know? Like, even if I make somebody's day, like, just with a little smile, you know, that's setting intentions.
Yeah.
Like, I feel good because I smiled at a stranger, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. I heard a story once, I don't know where, like some Reddit or something, but it was a story of a guy who walked across the San Francisco Bridge and he jumped off, but he left a letter.
What?
This letter said, "Today, I'm going to walk across the San Francisco Bridge,
He gonna walk across it.
and
He
if
gonna
no
walk
one
across it.
smiles at me, I'm going to jump."
Oh,
And guess
wow.
what? He
did.
jumped.
Well, bless that man's heart.
And so like I'll be on a run and I'll be thinking about that and I'll see a person and I'm like, oh,
yes.
I better
God.
smile.
Yeah, you better.
But-
Yeah, just smile.
yeah.
Yeah, just smile. I feel like when you think about it, like it'll happen, you know. And so, I just think about like good things.
Yeah.
You know, I just think about like good things, just feeling good, being happy every day. Like I can't expect like to have like mountaintop moments all the time.
No, that's unreasonable. That's the kind of thing that like we strive for when we're young, and then we start to fail at it more and more, and then like, you know, that's not fulfilling, or we just learn the hard way that it doesn't work.
It don't. And so I learned to just live in the present moment. Like live in the present moment, and you know, expect to have a good day. At least expect to have a good day. At least you know that really kind of pushes me to be like, oh, wow, this life is good. Like life is it's worth living for. You know.
Yeah.
Before I felt like life wasn't worth living for because wasn't really getting those things I wanted, and I had to really ask myself like, why did I even want those things? Why did I even? And I didn't even have a reason why I wanted those things.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I was kind of like, okay, Cassius, let's pick it up now. But I feel like a lot of times, like now, just setting intentions about everything, like even doing this was like great, you know. Like it may have taken us a couple hours to figure out how to set it up, but at least
takes time.
Yeah,
It
and
takes work.
I saw this thing on Instagram, and it was like, you're better than the people. Like, you know, you put your thought into action, pretty much, you know. And a lot of people don't really put their thoughts into action; they just like think about them.
Yeah.
And when it's just a thought, it's just a thought. It doesn't really do anything for you. But when you put it in action, it's like writing it down, actually, you know, making plans for it, you know, type of thing. And I'm like, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that.
Do you have one of those buddies who's like, oh, I got all these great plans, like this is a great business idea or this is a great art idea, and then you never see them following through on it, and they're like, I'm just, like, oftentimes they don't like feel very fulfilled in their life. I don't want to do a voice and make fun of them, but like, do you know that kind of person?
Yeah, I do. Oh, we got. I mean,
That's-
I
we're
feel like that was
trying
me
not to
too.
do that.
I feel like that was me too.
I mean, we all do it.
Yeah, I feel like we all do it. But I feel like me doing stuff like, okay, I'm gonna go back to some of my not really biggest moments, but my mountain high moments. Okay. Like creating my own website. I was proud of myself for doing that.
You made a website?
I made a website, and
Oh,
so
that's
like,
sick.
and so even like just the smallest thing, like I show people like, oh, I did a website. They're like, oh, wow, that's so cool. Like you have your own
That is
website.
cool.
I'm like, yeah, I got my own website.
I
I did it
did a
myself
website.
too. Yeah, I did a website.
Photography? Yeah.
Yes, and so like, even like that, I felt like it wasn't like a big achievement because I had done it. But like for somebody else, they're just like, okay, maybe I should make a website.
Yeah.
Oh, I tell people just to make an email for like investments. Like be like, say for me, instance, I say cash investments at yahoo.com and I'll send like business emails to it.
Like what kind of emails? Do you
Like
send?
I'll say, okay, so say for instance, the interface that we're trying to like get for the podcast. I send emails to myself about potential interfaces that I wanted to buy.
Oh, that's cool. So you're kind of creating for yourself like a what's the way to describe it? Essentially this zone for you to be in a business mindset
Yeah.
and for you to like be both productive in like the sense of like accomplishing things, but also in the business sense of actually growing
Right.
this craft and
Right.
this- I'm-
Just trying to build,
Yeah.
And so like
that makes sense. That's,
even-
that's cool.
And back to your question, like you were
Okay.
saying, I try to inspire people like to do things that inspire them. Like, what can you do? Or ask them questions like, what can you create, on your free time? Because a lot of times, I know we don't really have any ambition to do anything, but just have fun because that's what everybody else is doing.
Yep.
And yes, that's good and all, but like, ask yourself like questions you haven't asked yourself before.
Yeah.
Like what inspires me? Like because for me, what inspires me is helping somebody else, Like I feel helping somebody else in their healing journey is like inspiring for me.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that'd be
That's
nice.
sick.
And
Yeah.
inspire me too. People who are funny. Like I want to laugh, bro. I want
Yeah.
to laugh. Like I haven't. It's been hard to meet people that want to like laugh and have a good time and just like
Oh,
be
really?
funny. Yeah, I want to like. I mean,
I'm not funny. Yeah.
Bro, but that's what. But see, you say that, but you just gotta be funny. Like, just say I'm funny.
I'm
Just say-
funny.
just say
All
I'm funny.
We'll see.
Yeah, just
We'll
send me
see.
memes that you think are funny. Your dry humor memes,
Okay.
and then we'll find something that's funny. Like, I feel like
Okay. all right.
anything like we can find funny. Like, I find funny in just talking to myself. I do laugh with myself all the time, and that's why I can spend so much time
Yeah.
alone because I'll be sitting there laughing at things, and I don't really have like no recollection of nobody being around, but I don't care, and so I just want to like just enjoy myself at this moment. Like I'll just say to myself, I need to laugh right now, ASAP,
Oh, really?
ASAP, yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. I heard a thing where it was, it said that like couples are happier when they laugh together, and I mean, obviously, like that's.
They come with it.
I think that's kind of like a specific situation, but I think the concept kind of applies to like us individually. Is like we need laughter in our lives.
Yeah, we do.
We need those little bits of enjoyment.
Bro, that's what's missing. That's what's missing.
You think so?
Like somebody asked me the other day, like, what do you feel like society is missing right now? And I feel like laughter and love. Like people need to laugh and love themselves and other people.
Yeah. If you look at our media
We need to,
is
like, laugh
all
more.
hate, and it propagates hate as well.
Well, I don't even watch the news, so you can the media. I don't watch the news, but all I know is like just seeing people in general, like out in the public, it's like they need to be loved. Like I don't never regret like loving
Yeah.
somebody
Yeah.
that needed the love at the time because they might have thought they didn't need it, but with all that hate in their heart
Yeah.
and that bitter attitude, I'm
Yeah.
gonna give it to you. Love you. I love you, baby. I know you're having a rough day. I used to have those days too. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we need more of.
That's what we need more of us. We do. Yeah. Okay, Buzz. Well, that was amazing. It was nice talking to you.
What a great time. Yeah, I had fun. That was sick.
Sickening.